मैं तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा हार्डवेयर मसाला।
ऑक्टोरोमा मैनुअल वाइंडिंग 4 लोगों के पास है ये।
कुछ इससे भी अनोखा।
कमला पसंद सिर्फ एक अनोखा स्वाद। कमला पसंद पान मसाला।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच लस्सी और छाछ
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट। ड्राई फ्रूट और दही बड़े। चमकी चाट से स्वाद बढ़े।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
यानी इस घर में कुछ है जो टूटता नहीं।
ये पिलर कभी नहीं टूटेगा। रुंगटा स्टील टीएमटी से बना।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील टीएमटी बार एकदम सॉलिड।
कुछ तो सस्ता लो,
सब बढ़िया लो।
इसमें क्या खास बात है?
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात।
AU सेविंग्स अकाउंट में मिलते हैं अमेजिंग बेनिफिट्स, पेपरलेस बैंकिंग एंड हायर इंटरेस्ट, वो भी हर महीने।
मनी 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 एवरी मंथ।
सोच बदलो और बैंक भी।
Quiet. You're very disrespectful in front of this young man. We can't go around and protect all of these countries, especially when they're not there to help us.
In the recent episode of Tantrums, U.S. President Donald Trump is openly frustrated with South Korea. The U.S. president has scaled down joint military drills with Seoul as a clear pressure tactic.
South Korea has been protected by us for many, many years. And during my first term, they agreed to pay close to $3 billion a year for protection because they essentially weren't paying. And I asked them to do that at my request. I said, not right. They weren't happy about it, but they agreed. I asked for $10 billion. And they were very unhappy. But we agreed for a short term that it would be $3 billion, and next year it would go up, and the next year it would go up, so they start paying for their protection. When I called recently the president of South Korea, who I like, I think he's very nice actually, but I called him, I said, would you like to give us a little hand? We don't need help with Iran, but if you'd like, give us a hand with Iran. He said, no thanks. And I said, wait a minute, we have 39,000 soldiers over there guarding you from Kim Jong-un, your next door neighbor, and you're not going to help us on a very easy military operation in Iran? That's strange. No, we'd rather not get involved.
America praises India's electoral system. Democracy in danger lobby gets a jolt. Opposition gets reality check on democracy. Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
Presented by Amity University, ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally. Berger Paints, Rang Bana Rahe. Powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group, growing legacies since 1820. Century HTF Premium Plus, Hare Boat Ka Asli Boss. Co-powered by Crystal Crop Protection, देश का किसान, देश का हीरो.
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच लस्सी और छाछ
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट। अब बताओ स्वाद आया?
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरीडे।
पापा
सॉरी यार, गलती हो गई है।
ये चोट खर्चा वर्चा।
अरे लास्ट बॉल पे छक्का भी तुम्हारा।
छक्का?
सब कैशलेस हो गया है। हाँ
ला भाई मेरा बैट।
वो अभी तो ठीक हुआ तू।
अभी तो डिस्चार्ज हुआ यार। बैट किसका है?
टाटा AIG है तो भरोसा है।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच लस्सी और छाछ।
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट।
अब बताओ स्वाद आया?
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
बड़े बड़े इम्तिहानों से गुजरता है, वक्त तराशता है जिसे, तो जाने क्या क्या न करता है। जब तक खुशबू सबसे बेहतरीन न बन जाए, आराम के लिए नहीं ठहरता है। जब तक लाजवाब न बन जाए, उसे नहीं इत्मीनान है। तभी तो रिचमैन बनना नहीं आसान है।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
अनीस, घर में कुछ है जो टूटता नहीं।
ये पिलर कभी नहीं टूटेगा। रुंगटा स्टील TMT से बना।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
आलू चाट या फ्रूट चाट।
स्वाद बनाए चमकी चाट।
क्या बात है। स्वादिष्ट पकोड़े और परेशान, अरे चंकी चाट है इसकी जान।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
I wake up wearing someone else again. Don't let it slip. I'm losing grip. I don't wanna be safe anymore.
Finding myself. That's my moment of Sarah.
कुछ तो सस्ता लो,
सब बढ़िया लो।
इसमें क्या खास बात है?
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात।
AU सेविंग्स अकाउंट में मिलते हैं अमेजिंग बेनिफिट्स, पेपरलेस बैंकिंग एंड हायर इंटरेस्ट, वो भी हर महीने।
मनी 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 एवरी मंथ।
सोच बदलो और बैंक भी।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच लस्सी और छाछ।
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट।
अब बताओ स्वाद आया?
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
बेस्ट हरा बोर्ड दिखाना।
सबसे डिपेंडेबल सेंचुरी HDF प्रीमियम प्लस।
ट्रायल लूंगा।
श्योर।
वाटर रेजिस्टेंट
है,
स्ट्रॉन्ग
है। हाई डेंसिटी वुड फाइबर स्ट्रक्चर, एडवांस जर्मन एडहेसिव बॉन्डिंग, सॉलिड डिफेंस।
ट्रायल में पास।
सेंचुरी के 40 सालों का भरोसा, हरे बोर्ड का असली बॉस। सेंचुरी HDF प्रीमियम प्लस।
हिंदुस्तान के अंदर, सिस्टम के अंदर इंस्टीट्यूशनल रिवोल्ट हो रहा है। तो आप सोचती हैं कि इलेक्शन कमीशन फुली कंट्रोल्ड है, वो
America praises India's electoral system. Democracy in danger, lobby gets a jolt. Opposition gets reality check on democracy. Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
Presented by Amity University, ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally. Berger Paints, रंग बना रहे। Powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group, growing legacies since 1820. Century HDF Premium Plus, हरे बोर्ड का असली बॉस।
एक बगिया में रहती है एक मैना, पूछती है कि बोलो क्या है कहना।
America praises India's electoral system. Democracy in danger, lobby gets a jolt. Opposition gets reality check on democracy. Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
Presented by Amity University, ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally. Berger Paints, Rang Bana Rahe. Powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group, growing legacies since 1820. Century HTF Premium Plus, हरे बोट का असली बॉस.
एक बगिया में रहती है एक मैना, पूछती है कि बोलो क्या है कहना.
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate. Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Tonight we'll go a little bit into detail into why there is a nationwide food alert. Nobody's spared. Domino's, KFC, Pizza Hut, McDonald's, Subway, Burger King, Starbucks. Nobody has been spared. 5-star hotels have been raided, and across the country there are people talking about analog paneer, terrible standards in all these back-end cloud kitchens. Nothing is safe. There is a nationwide food alert. And ladies and gentlemen, this is without doubt the top talking point in the country tonight. So we are taking a move away from politics to talk about it because it really matters to you. At 9 o'clock tonight, the Samvidhan Khatre Mein Hai, Democracy in Danger Brigade gets a tight slap from none other than their own cultural ambassador Donald Trump. And Donald Trump says India's electoral system is absolutely fabulous. It's excellent, and it's boohoo time for the perennial political whining boy Rahul Gandhi, who was depending on American support to say that there is vote chori in India. I must say that I've become a fan of this dynamic IAS officer, 2005 cadre officer, Tukaram Munde. He is an incredible guy, and he's taken on the whole system. He's exposing something that we all suspected, but nobody dared to do anything about. Now, who is Tukaram Munde? I can tell you, Tukaram Munde is a person who's known to be incredibly honest. He's been posted many times like all honest IAS officers. He's a man on a mission, currently posted as commissioner of the FDA, ladies and gentlemen, in Maharashtra. Now, in that role, he has to look at, by the way, he's been transferred 25 times in his career. In that role, he has to look at food safety standards, among other things, in Maharashtra. And there is a big drive that has happened in Maharashtra, ladies and gentlemen, and nobody has been spared. Today, following what Tukaram Munde has done, there are raids going across in food outlets all across the country. And no, it's not just local dhaba, but so-called branded fast food joints. Ladies and gentlemen, Domino's, KFC, Pizza Hut, McDonald's, Subway, Burger King, Starbucks, Mongini's, all of these, ladies and gentlemen, have faced some kind of action or the other. Several establishments have had their licenses suspended. 4 Domino's outlets have been suspended in one announcement. This is by the Maharashtra FDA. And the question that I have is, if Domino's is a problem in Maharashtra, are you sure that Domino's is okay in Delhi? Are you sure that Domino's is okay in Guwahati? Ladies and gentlemen, what these officials have done is they've gone into the kitchens, they've looked at the safety standards, they looked at the nature of storage, they've looked at the food safety, they've looked at the way in which the items are stored before they are served. So what happens? You get a pizza or you get a burger, but you don't know what's gone into the lettuce or where the pizza has been made. This is not limited to Maharashtra, though what has happened now is a bigger issue. In Ghaziabad, Uttar Pradesh, there has been hundreds of kilograms of unsafe paneer and khoya which have been found. There is this phenomenon of analog paneer. In Mumbai, expired food products have been found. In Vileparle, Mumbai, a Domino's outlet operated by the company called Jubilant Foodworks was in a dilapidated condition with serious hygiene failures. In Pune, Maharashtra, a Burger King outlet was found operating with very low hygiene standards. In Thane, Maharashtra, inside a Blinkit outlet, rats were found. Stale chicken was found being used at a KFC outlet in Mangaluru, in Karnataka. In Hoskote, in Karnataka, food items at an establishment were found heavily infested with rats. In Bengaluru, Karnataka, an Indira canteen was raided, and the conditions were found to be absolutely terrible. So this is happening all over. Adulterated ghee, fake paneer, dirty establishments. And if you think this is only the restaurants, you're wrong. In Karnataka, 5-star hotels were raided. The Lalit Ashok, 32 liters of expired milk, 76 kilograms of meat, and 200 kilograms of vegetables were seized. In Shangri-La Hotel in Bengaluru, 15 kilograms of meat was seized. At Four Seasons Hotel in Bengaluru, 19 kilograms of meat was seized. At Vivanta in Bengaluru, 3 kilograms of expired bakery products were seized. At the Radisson Blu in Bengaluru, 50 kilograms of chicken, meat, fish, vegetables were seized. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's not only the restaurants or the fast food joints where this is happening. The other part is, we are beginning to realize that some food is being allowed in India which is not allowed anywhere else in the world because it's seen to be carcinogenic, because it's seen to be genotoxic. For example, titanium dioxide, which makes candles, gum, frostings and powdered drinks, it makes them look brighter. In America, it's not allowed. In European Union, it's not allowed. But in India, there is a sense of uncertainty over whether it's allowed or not allowed. Synthetic dyes, which are used to color food, sunset yellow, Allura red, right? This is not allowed in the European Union, but India permits these colors under FSSAI limits. Why do we allow this? Because we are then compromising the lives and the health of Indians and especially Indian children. Why are Indian children allowed to have food which contains synthetic dyes which are considered poisonous and genotoxic and toxic and carcinogenic elsewhere in the world? Even chewing gum, ladies and gentlemen, if you analyze the chewing gum which children in India and others also use, it contains items such as titanium dioxide, Poncio 4R, erythrocene, and other such additives which are permitted in Indian rules but are not allowed in the European Union. Ladies and gentlemen, nobody has been spared. Dabur has managed to get a stay on those who were questioning Dabur honey, for example, and Dabur has got a stay. But Dabur should do more than just get a stay. Dabur must explain to the people of India, by the way, Dabur, I have a piece of advice for you. One thing is to hire lawyers and get a stay. The other is to make people believe that your honey is 100% pure. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, I really think companies like Dabur should also send their representatives, talk about it. Giving one-line statements as they are doing with the corporate media is not an answer. So Dabur and others, all of those against whom questions have been raised, Domino's, KFC, McDonald's, all of these companies are now in a sense of shock. It is one thing to say that Tukaram Munde is a dangerous man and has to be stopped. And I know somebody's put a 5 lakh rupee fine on him, I think one of the courts. The more difficult question to answer is, why are the list of additives used in Indian processed foods allowed? Are all the sorptrates, all the emulsifiers, all the calcium proportionates, all the acetic acid, all the colors, all the preservatives, and all the palm oil and all the modified fats which are being put into food items, packaged food items, are they to be allowed in India? And therefore, I believe the central government must stop looking the other way and stop just celebrating Tukaram Munde. What is Chirag Paswan doing? What is the food minister doing? We have the food minister who's now, by the way, who's also the education minister, and he also needs to look at these questions. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, there is a food alert. I'm only telling you about it. The questions we must ask, and we must aggressively ask, is why does it take a Tukaram Munde for the law to actually work in India? If Domino's is doing good abroad, why is it compromising Indians? If Domino's is bad in one part of India, are you sure it is good in another part of India? Why are chemicals like titanium dioxide, which are known to be carcinogenic, allowed in India but not allowed abroad? Why do these global companies continue to produce two types of products, one for India and one for the rest of the world? This is also true. You will also see, ladies and gentlemen, if you use Ayurvedic products, there are two kinds of Ayurvedic products. The same ashwagandha that you will be buying for the Indian market will be produced at a higher cost for the global market. Because in India, certain additives are allowed in the ashwagandha. But is the health of people buying it abroad more important? And there's a price difference. We must protest against this. Ladies and gentlemen, if we allow different food standards for Indians and different food standards for Europeans, are we assuming that the lives of Indians don't matter? And when will we say that let's stop getting greedy, especially food companies, let's stop getting greedy, let's be answerable to the people of India. As of now, I'll wrap this up by saying we should all be grateful to Tukaram Munde. You can call him activist, you can call him aggressive. Some may say he's going OTT over the top, but he's not. He has blown the lid off what is potentially one of the worst scandals and scams in India, which is yet to be uncovered. Let's debate.
Tukaram Munde, the man of the hour, the one synonymous with food crackdown. Thousands of inspections and raids, crores worth of food stocks destroyed, licenses suspended. He has spared none.
हम काम कर रहे हैं, उसका इम्पैक्ट होना चाहिए. जो भी ऐसे सरोगेट ऐड या गलत ऐड, मिसलीडिंग ऐड करते हैं, उनके लिए रेगुलेशंस है. फूड सेफ्टी अथॉरिटी ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 24 के तहत है और एडवर्टाइजिंग के और क्लेम्स के भी रेगुलेशन 2018 से है. तो उसके बाद कोई भी ऐसी गलत ऐड, मिसलीडिंग ऐड, सरोगेसी ऐड नहीं कर सकता है. उसके लिए रेस्ट्रिक्शंस है, प्रोहिबिटेड है, उस पर लीगल कार्रवाई भी हो सकती है.
The message is simple. Be you ever so high in the food industry, what you serve is not beyond scrutiny.
किसी भी प्रकार से जो हमारे फूड के मानक है, इनको जब कोई ब्रीच करता है तो उसके कारण लोगों की जान को खतरा होता है, लोगों की हेल्थ को खतरा होता है. इसलिए इसमें स्ट्रिक्ट एक्शन की आवश्यकता थी और वो एक्शन हो रही है. मुझे बहुत खुशी है कि इस प्रकार की एक्शन हो रही है और ये एक्शन कंटिन्यू रहेगी.
From premium hotels to global fast food chains, the food network is now being tested across the country. Dark stores, e-commerce warehouses, global food chain giants, all under scanner. The FDA raids have exposed despicable conditions, unsanitary food preparation, and adulteration, raising alarming questions over the food India consumes. Republic investigated on the raids that found some of these warehouses still operating.
After 4 days, the work is going on from this Blinkit store. As we learned that FDA suspended the license of Blinkit store of this Malad West store. आप लोग काम करते हैं यहाँ पे? हाँ, वो ऊपर क्या काम चल रहा है? हाँ, क्या काम चल रहा है? तो आप कैसे बोल रहे हो कि क्या काम चल रहा है?
मैं आपसे पूछ रहा हूं, आप बोल रहे ऊपर काम चल रहा है. तो
मैं तो नहीं बोली ऊपर काम चल रहा है. सिक्योरिटी ने बोला ऊपर काम चल रहा है आपके सामने. हाँ, तो वो बोलो कि आइडिया नहीं है, काम नहीं चल रहा है. तो तुम लोग डिलीवरी बॉय हो क्या? कब से बंद हुआ है ये?
छः या 7 तारीख को बंद हुआ।
तो डिलीवरी बॉय होके यहाँ पे क्या कर रहे हैं?
हम लोग बैठे अपना टाइम पास कर रहे हैं, अभी क्या करेंगे, फ़ोन चार्ज करेंगे, दूसरा काम।
चार्ज के लिए ये जगह मिला है आपको?
हाँ।
And Mundhe's model is now raising a bigger question. Why should food safety depend on one officer's crackdown? Similar issues flagged in Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Thane, Ahmedabad, and several other cities. The question is no longer whether one restaurant is cutting corners. The question is how many are getting away with it. What enters our kitchens is on our tables. What reaches our children. What lands on our plates.
Put it simply tonight, I want to understand. I want to understand how grave the problem is. So viewers, I don't know much about the details of it, but I know that something has been found. Rohan is from the BJP, Rohan Gupta, and we have with us Pradeep Chakrabarti, former director of Product Approval Committee at the FSSAI. Right, he was the one who initially cleared and granted the no objection certificate to Nestle's Maggi noodles in 2013. Hemant Singka is a great influencer, founder of the label Padhega India. He's a food farmer and a health advocate. He says, I want to protect consumers from companies that sell adulterated products. We have Bijon Mishra. He's a very well-known veteran consumer policy expert and voice. He says individual brands should not be targeted. Okay. Sachin Taparia is founder and CEO of Local Circles, which is a consumer voice platform, which is driving, he says, policy and regulatory action on declining public confidence in FSSAI. So he says, I'm anti-FSSAI. Right? He says state food regulators are all nonsense. We must not believe them. Okay, so how do I know, Sachin, that you're not fighting for the industry? That you're not here to save KFC, Dabur, all the ones who are in trouble, KFC, Dabur, Burger King, Pizza Hut, Domino's. You know, how do you know that they are all right and Tukaram Munde is wrong?
So they're not right, Arnab, and neither are the FDAs. Let me just share 2 data points with you. Local Circles is India's largest consumer and public survey platform, and we've just concluded 2 surveys. The first one is on the confidence of citizens or consumers in the state food regulators or the state FDA as we call it. And this survey at a national level basically says that only 11% of the consumers trust their FDA to ensure that their food is safe. The other 10% do not have an opinion, and about 79% have no trust or low trust in the regulator, right? So we want enforcement. We want enforcement against the brands.
What is your 1 minute? See, now I'll tell you what some industry people will do. Revant, I want to get you straight into the debate. You know, what they will do is, oh, you know, who the hell is the regulator? We don't trust the regulator. We have no trust in the system. We have no trust in the courts. We have no trust on the government. We trust ourselves. We will trust a private body to do a sample on whether the regulator is right. I mean, the regulator is not making the pizza. Domino's is. Why are you after the regulator? Why have you made the regulator the bad guys? They're doing their job. And I don't know why you're after them. Because if there's a problem with the pizza in Maharashtra, then Revant, won't there be a problem with the pizza in Gurgaon? How is this a Maharashtra-specific problem? And can you tell us how serious the problem is? First, let's talk about how serious the problem is.
The problem is very serious because no one can trust the food they are eating.
right from like the street food to the fast foods to the 5-star hotels. No one can trust anyone, and that's a very serious concern that in a land of farmers, we can't trust the food we eat. And you look at the chai that we sell in India often contains banned pesticides, but the same companies sell pure stuff Europe. They export the clean stuff into Europe, but in India, they're selling stuff with banned pesticides. The same thing happens with spices. We are getting adulterated milk, adulterated ghee, adulterated paneer, milk. You name the product and it is there's an issue with it. So it's a very serious issue, and it is no coincidence that India also is it's now considered to be the diabetes capital of the world. We are soon becoming the cancer capital of the world. And this is in spite of the fact that we eat a lot of food at home. We eat much more food at home compared to European and US countries, but still we are falling sick.
Now give me some examples here, right? Now listen, Revan, let's give some examples here, right? I want to shock people tonight with the reality. Can we do that? Okay. So Revanth, you're in this, right?
Yes.
Why should I believe you? Why should I believe you when you come and say all this food is bad? We're all going to die. We're all going to get cancer. We're all going to fall sick. And these companies are going to make a lot of money by making us sick. They will give a pure item, sell a pure tea abroad, but sell a tea with pesticides in India. These companies will come after you and say that we will file cases against you. You're defaming us.
Yeah. You should believe me because the companies themselves are saying it. If you read the label of packaged foods, in the front they'll say healthy, but if you turn around and read the back, most of these products have 50% sugar. For example, any biscuit you see, most of the biscuits today claim to be digestive, multigrain, healthy, G for genius, and a lot of other things. You turn around and read the back of the pack, almost all biscuits are sugar, maida, palm oil. You look at the drinks which claim to make you taller for kids. They claim to make you taller, stronger, sharper, and a lot of these other claims. You turn around and read the back of the pack. They themselves have said that it's roughly 50% sugar. And it's the same with most of the other products which claim to be healthy. The jams in the world, the Nutellas in the world, there's so many other products which are marketed as breakfast items. There are ketchups which are pretending to be, which are convincing you to be had as a everyday lunch item. So they themselves, if you read the label, they themselves have mentioned the ingredients, but in the front of the pack in big font, they claim to be healthy. And that is the big issue. So you don't need to believe me, you need to believe them itself, because they themselves have in small font hidden in the back that they themselves are providing these.
I don't know. Well, then why is Sachin, why are you defending them then? What's your interest? Why are you defending them? What happened in the case of Dabur, for example? In the case of Dabur, they've got a stay from the High Court, I think, right? Dabur got a stay from the High Court on its honey case. Now that
sent me two legal notices in the past for calling them out. Like I've said the truth.
Who sent you legal notices?
Sending me legal notices.
Who sent you legal notices?
Dabur has sent me. Yeah.
Dabur sent you. Why are you're being sued by Dabur? Why are you being sued by Dabur?
Because I had made videos on various of their products. There was some glucose D product where I had made a video on. I had made a video on their Chavanprash and on some other real juice. So I had made a video that real juice is not really giving you full orange juice.
Why do you do this? Why do you do this? Why do you do this?
I had done it to raise awareness for the public.
No, is it only awareness? Because, I'll tell you one thing. In America, there are a lot of whistleblowers who then do back-end deals with the same companies, right? They'll raise awareness and then they'll do a back deal with the same company. Are you absolutely sure you won't do something like that?
So I don't do any food collaborations. I have been offered a lot of money by
Suppose I say that. Okay, don't mind. Okay, can I be direct? I like to be direct. Suppose somebody says, sure. Revanth, how do I know that you're not being paid by my competitor to hit job on me?
So I go after all companies. So I'm not selecting any one company. I have been going against various companies.
Which other honey brands have you gone after besides Dabur?
I have gone against Nestle, Maggi, Coca-Cola, Pepsi.
Honey. No, Coca-Cola doesn't make honey.
So
are you a gun for hire?
I have not taken money to criticize any company. I don't take money to either promote a company or criticize.
Have you done any commercial deals with any company in the food space at all? Have you accepted 1 paisa from any company directly or indirectly through third parties?
Not in the food space. I don't do anything in the food space.
So suppose you do something in you hit a company in the food space, but the company can pay you when they're in any other space. They can create layers.
With me, it's not happened because I'm very aggressive, so they don't even dare to approach me.
Who doesn't dare to approach you?
Companies don't dare to approach me in any way because I'm very, very aggressive. They know that I have one line. If you send me a legal notice, I will get you publicly noticed. So I am very aggressive, so they don't dare to approach me at all.
Are you blackmailing any of them in that sense?
I'm not blackmailing them. I am just telling them to speak the truth.
No, but these are gray areas, no?
So there needs to be someone who calls them out. We cannot all be silent and accept junk food. So there needs to be someone who calls them out. What Mr. Munde is doing in the restaurant space, I have been doing something similar in the packaged food space.
See, I don't have a problem with that. See, listen, I'm just verifying. These are line of questioning, okay? I believe everyone's got some agenda here. I have no agenda. I just want to make sure that nonsense does not get sold in the name of food. Because I've seen some of the stuff. Vijon, I don't know why you're against this kind of nationwide food alert. Do you know how bad the lettuce is? Do you think they serve the same quality of lettuce in McDonald's in Delhi or McDonald's in Washington? They don't. Have you seen the back-end shops? Have you seen the Blinkit? Have you seen the Blinkit back-end dark shops? Would you buy from there after seeing the kind of places where stuff is stored?
See, Arnab.
What about the rats? The rats near the cheese and the butter which goes to your house the next morning. I know people who say we're going to stop taking any food delivery products from these, these companies because their back-end stores are pathetic, dirty, fungus-ridden.
Well, it's a serious matter. I can say, Arnab, we need to make sure that regulatory oversight is institutionalized. It is not a kind of an approach. It needs to be done in a very robust, transparent, and accountable manner. Some people conducting certain surveys and some people doing certain interventions doesn't trust within the consumers. What it actually entails is, I believe the system, I believe the regulator, I believe what the regulator would say, I would believe what a neutral person would say, as you have very rightly pointed out, that we need neutral people who are unbiased to come out with studies which are robust, scientific, with evidence to be brought within the purview of the common people in a common language the consumers understand. Today we trust the system and regulator in Maharashtra has come forward with a knee-jerk kind of an approach. In my view, we should institutionalize the whole mechanism. We should go to the root cause. He knows he are not trustworthy who are supposed to be doing the inspections. He knows that his regulatory mechanism is not working efficiently.
No, Rohan. How do you say that? How do you say that? How do you say?
Because what you have shown as evidence needed to be exposed many years ago.
That's
by
no
the
point.
regulator.
No. You're saying that there was no raid on Domino's, KFC, Pizza Hut, McDonald's, Subway, Burger King, Starbucks, blah blah blah, all these years. So we won't believe what they are doing now, Rohan. What is there a sudden agenda? Why is Devendra Fadnavis supporting Tukaram Munde, and why is Tukaram Munde suddenly waking up and going after everyone? What's the real story?
I think, Arnab, you have to make a start in this direction on some day. And I think already it is late. I must say that, the way our people are taken for granted, even by bigger brands, that's surprising. Sometimes, Arnab, you were saying that, okay, there are many companies who have different products in India. Okay, there can be product difference because of the price difference, but you cannot compromise on the quality. You cannot play around with the health of the people.
Why suddenly now, after 12 years of Modi government and of quite a few years of the Fadnavis government, why now?
Absolutely, you have to make a start, Arnab. I am not.
Why didn't you make a start earlier?
I agree. I completely agree with you. Yeah. Let me complete.
Yeah.
I completely agree with you. There cannot be a compromise, but it is really shocking to know. Normally you believe that this kind of big brands, when they take huge money from the people, they will not do this kind of things. But when you go in deep and you find these shocking revelations, I think really shocking. This is not expected from such big brands who are taking, whatever money they require from the consumers. So I completely agree with you. I don't have any justification why now. But better late than never.
What is the reason? And I'd like to go to Pradeep Chakrabarti, and I'm opening up to calls. Rishabh, are you there? Rishabh from Pune, are you there? Okay, we're going to open up to calls right now. See, I'm not like, please don't think I have an interest in this, but I'm curious about Domino's. So I'll take the Domino's example. Affected Domino's outlets were operated by Jubilant Foodworks Limited, have been flagged for food storage, temperature monitoring, sanitation, pest control, food segregation, and record keeping. This is not the first time that Domino's has been found guilty. In 2017, a customer in Delhi found live bugs in a Domino's seasoning sachet. The video went viral. The company temporarily stopped distributing seasoning sachets and promised to improve things. Why after 9 years is this problem coming up again? Is there a problem that, are the food inspectors not doing their job? Have they been bought out? Is there corruption? What's the real story, Pradeep Chakrabarti? And how much can we trust? Because we know the front end is air conditioned and we all expect hygienic, audited food. But nobody goes and sees what the kitchen looks like.
See, enforcement lies with both the state and the central government. And in every state, actually, there is one food safety commissioner, and under him, there is one licensing officer in every district, and food safety officers also. It is the routine job of food safety officers to collect samples and send it to the laboratory. And if anything goes wrong, then the company will be prosecuted. That is the norms as per our Food Safety Act and Standards Act 2006. But this food safety officers actually failed their duty, and some measures actually.
How can they fail in their duty? Or are they paid some bribes to not inspect? Are they? Pradeep Da, is the real story that the food safety inspectors take like a hafta or a bribe to to routinely clear restaurants and food outlets?
That is also there. We cannot.
How much do they take, for example, from an outlet? How much would they take from one? Do they take the bribe from at an institutionalized level from a company? Suppose I run a pizza outlet and I don't want to be troubled. Would I pay a fixed bribe a month, or would the bribe be divided as per how many restaurants I have? Or how many, or do inspectors individually take bribes, or does the department take bribes?
No, it is the inspectors who will take the bribe.
So Blinkit or all these companies, and how are they running such bad dark stores or whatever you call them? How are they running that?
No, earlier also there was some raid in Blinkit and in dark stores also, and it was closed for some time. But then again,
how does it get opened and how does it continue like that?
No, it should not have continued until now.
But why has it? It should not have is one thing, but why has it continued?
No, it is the food safety officers and
you see that in KFC, I've seen the pictures of stale fried chicken which is being kept and used. Stale chicken. How is this allowed here?
No, that should not have been done actually by these.
No, but why is it being done? Viewers, please wake up. See what's going on. Yeah. So Sachin, why is this happening? You see, basically, I feel that both these people who run restaurants and chains and dark stores, they are corrupt. The food inspectors are corrupt. They have a cozy relationship between them. Suddenly, one Tukaram Munde comes in, right, and he shocks the whole system. Is that right? Am I reading it right?
You're absolutely reading it right, Arnab. And I said the first part, I didn't tell you about our second survey. We have gone to people of India, 91,000 responses across India, where we have basically gotten from people 5 in 10 basically say that they've had a bad experience at a restaurant, and these restaurants include all the big brands that you named, the Domino's, the Pizza Huts, the KFCs, you name it, small restaurant, big restaurant, as long as it's an air-conditioned restaurant, people have reported cockroaches, rats, all kinds of issues at these places, right? So there's very clearly a problem, number one. Number two, you need a sustainable solution because there is a systemic rot here. What you just described, there is corrupt nexuses that are actually there at the food inspector level, who is actually a collector for the entire chain where that bribe is reaching. Okay, so that's really the reality. And to break that, Tukaram Munde, of course, he did some good stuff and he continues to do, I really hope. And the rating of Mumbai in our survey has gone from 15% last year to 36% this year. Delhi is at 8%, and that's trust of consumers in the local food bodies.
Rohan, why are you supporting, what is the responsibility of the central government? You're in power for a long time, but now more and more people are getting analog paneer. Is Chirag Paswan so busy with Bihar politics he does not have the time? Now you have given additional charge of education to the present minister. He is going to be so stressed handling education that he won't have time for his main portfolio of consumer affairs, right? Why are you treating consumer affairs, right, or packaged food as a side business?
Arnab, you are absolutely right. See, you know me that I never justify something which is not justifiable. That beginning has been made by one state where BJP is in power. And you see that government has completely backed whatever is happening. This is eye-opener for all of us, Arnab. There is something called basic trust on bigger brands. When you buy things off-brand or you buy on-road, obviously the basic thing is that you trust them, right?
Yeah.
Just let me complete. So that basic trust is when it is broken. Obviously, there are no bars. You have to take all the brands across the country to the task and ensure that this kind of laws, the basic laws, are not broken, number one. Number two, our laws will have to be upgraded to match the European or the US.
But we are not. No, Rohan, why are Indian children having chewing gum allowed to take in things that can be carcinogenic and won't be allowed in European Union?
That's what I'm saying.
Is your government not taking its job seriously? Why is titanium dioxide allowed in India but not allowed in the United States or the United Kingdom?
Arnab, that's what
why are synthetic dyes allowed in Indian food as coloring agents but not allowed outside? You see, so many people in India are having cancer. What is your food ministry? What is the central government doing at an overall level? You see, let me give you the example of this. Butylated hydroxynazole prevents rancidity in fat, cereals and bakery items. The European Union absolutely does not allow it. The US National Toxicology Program says it is reasonably suspected to spread cancer. It's a human carcinogen. But India allows this BHA up to 200 mg per kilogram, which means Indians are having something which will give them cancer. What is the Narendra Modi government doing? Why does it take, you can say Tukaram Munde, but why are you allowing BHA in India? That means you are not fighting the food industry. That means the Indian food industry is stopping you from banning something which is good for business, but which causes cancer in Indians. So Ron, why aren't you concerned that unless you act, you're going to cause more cancer in the country?
That's what I'm saying, Arnab. If you say, when I started my thing, I told two things. Number one, to ensure that we control this kind of people, whether brands or non-brands, from adulterating or whatever they are doing.
They're not adulterating. All you have to do is ban it. You're not banning it.
That's what I'm saying. Just let me complete. So that's the other thing I told, that there is a serious need of revisiting the food standards which have been prevalent in India for so many years. I think definitely
you've been in power for 12 years yourself.
I agree with you. There has to be...
No, but you keep saying you agree with me. Why don't you ban butylated hydroxynazole, which is used in bakery products in India, which causes cancer?
Arnab, that's what I'm saying. It's not about one
product. You are banning pan masala, but why aren't you banning this?
We'll have to ensure that you have to revisit each and every food standard in India. We cannot be having the old 50, 60 year standards. No. Obviously, you are absolutely right. Better late than never. This is our...
But why late? Why late?
Initiative.
Why late?
Absolutely. But we have started it, right? I'm not justifying why late, but we have started
Sachin
it and we are
wants to ask
backing
you
it full
something.
strength.
Sachin?
We are not allowing, just let me
Yes.
complete, Arnab. We are not allowing any pressure from any brand or any industry, this thing. Whatever is right, we are giving free hand, and that's a good beginning we have made, and we will ensure that across the country this kind of drive will continue.
Sachin,
and
and
every
then I'm
brand
opening to
will be
calls.
put under the screen.
You have actually made a beginning in enforcement, Mr. Rohan, but the front of the pack label, which is something that local circles and several other consumer bodies have submitted to FSSAI in 2022, that all ultra processed foods should have a red label at front of the pack. 4 years and we still do not have that legislation because they are still doing consultation with the industry. I'm sorry, FSSAI has not been effective in getting some of these things done till date, and I don't think anything is going to change unless this becomes a mission at the Prime Minister level to actually drive this.
You see, what happens with the business side is, I'll tell you, I'll read up a little bit about it. Asha Mirgeji, welcome. Would you like to congratulate them for supporting Tukaram Munde? Would you like to support the BJP for supporting Tukaram Munde?
No. One thing. Tukaram Munde is doing a very good job. But this Tukaram Munde is a bureaucrat, not a BJP person. To take the credit of that Tukaram Munde also is not proper. So I won't congratulate him. I will congratulate Mundhe sir. I will appreciate Mundhe sir. I won't appreciate this BJP wala.
But it's under BJP government that they are saying at least something is happening. Rohan just said, at least under a BJP government something is happening. What did you do? You are from Sharad Pawar's party.
Something is better than nothing. But nothing is better than nonsense. This is nonsense to take the credit of the bureaucrat. Nothing. Not only BHA. There are so many products which are harmful to the human life. Banks all over the world, or many countries are still using or used by our people because the government is the government of the businessman.
Okay, viewers, I'm opening up to calls. Vineet is our first caller from Delhi. Vineet, what do you think? Do you know enough about this? Yes.
Hi, I have a couple of questions. Give me time. One, shouldn't these delivery apps like Swiggy and Zomato be held liable because we expect them to deliver hygienic food?
Swiggy and Zomato what? What did you say about Swiggy and Zomato?
Should be held liable for delivering us this unhygienic food.
They are pathetic. They are pathetic. The Swiggy and Zomato, the way they maintain, their back stores are so bad, Vineet, so bad. Somebody...
They collect the food from the outlet and give it to us. We expect them to collect it from good restaurants, at least hygienic restaurants. That's point number one. And point number two, why does it take Tukaram Munde to do it? Because there are food inspectors in every district. Are they hand in gloves?
Why? No, but okay, so beyond Tukaram Munde, can I say something? Parikshit is calling from Bengaluru. Parikshit, hi.
Hi, Arnab. Good evening.
Do you know about all this? Are you careful about what you eat and what do you think about this?
Yes, absolutely. I am in this business since last 20 years. I am a food safety expert.
Okay.
I have worked with many retail industries as well as
then
manufacturing.
Tell me the inside story. Tell me the shocking facts.
Yeah, I have 4 different points to tell about. Wherever I have gone for the audits of food safety audits across different sectors like retail or manufacturing, the first and foremost important, what I have seen is they only prepare and get ready for the audits on that day. From the next day, they start doing the same concept which is required for the business. They don't follow the food safety standard. The most important thing is awareness has to be strictly followed from the layman to CEO of any organization. This is the first thing. And second is storage and temperature control of any food. Like, for example, milk. Milk has to be stored less than 5 degrees Celsius, which nobody follows. Even today, it comes in filthy condition across India. Okay? FSSAI have made an excellent system, but operations who
is FSSAI corrupt? Dr. Pradeep Chakrabarti, is FSSAI corrupt?
You are asking me?
Yes, I'm asking you.
No.
So you have been previously director of product approval at FSSAI.
Corrupt. Then these things would not have happened. So FSSAI is not corrupt, but some people are definitely corrupt.
No, but that's a generic answer. See, tell me one thing, sir. FSSAI allows a lot of things in our food which we eat in India, which is not allowed in the European Union. Why is it done? To help food companies make money? For example, things that are carcinogenic pathways like sodium nitrite and processed meats. Sodium nitrite, INS, everyone on, INS 250 permitted in sausages, cured meats and similar products in India to make the meat look pink. Right? When it is cooked, it forms nitrosamines, compounds which are classified as carcinogenic. Bijon Mishra, did you know that? And FSSAI allows it. Is somebody being bribed in FSSAI to allow things that cause cancer among Indians? Bijonda?
Yeah, this is what I wanted to tell you. You see, we have got our own laws in our country. And the annual cheese, for example, is official standard by FSSAI. Now, if that is not allowed, then how is there a standard? So, if there is a standard,
have food companies bribed FSSAI? Raghavendra from Bengaluru, are you there, Raghavendra?
Sir.
You know, soft drinks, bakery items which use the colors tartrazine, INS 102 and sunset yellow. This has a very bad impact on children, causing hyperactivity. FSSAI allows it. Why are they allowing it? I don't know. Raghavendra?
Sir.
What do you think is going on here? High level of corruption or something else?
एक बिनती है, पहले क्या है ना, जो भी रेस्टोरेंट के अंदर वो कैश काउंटर में कैमरा रखता है ना, वो छोड़ के जो भी अंदर करता है ना काम क्लीनिंग का, वो खाना बनाने का उधर कैमरा रखना है, वो कैमरा बाहर दिखाना है बड़ा टीवी में कस्टमर को। सभी जगह पे फूड ऑफिसर नहीं जा सकते,
बिल्कुल
डेली रोटेट नहीं हो सकते
जी।
जो इसके लिए जो भी वो अंदर जो भी काम करता है ना, उसके लिए कैमरा लगाना है, किधर किधर पूरा सभी बाहर का नहीं अंदर का डालना है।
बिल्कुल, I agree with you. Revant,
open kitchen.
Revant, have you looked at the back end of these restaurants and these food outlets and dark stores, or do you only take on companies and their packaged foods?
I have been more involved in the packaged foods. I have not gone into too many restaurants. However,
what is analog paneer and how big is it? This analog paneer phenomenon.
So I did a random sampling of various paneers in the market, and all the street food paneers that I found, the paneer momo, paneer sandwich which was sold in the street, all of them were analog, essentially. And it is a very
What is analog? It's not made of milk. What is it? And what does it do to your body?
So analog paneer is essentially usually made with palm oil. It's not milk, it's palm oil. And it's not if you have analog paneer, it's not that you're going to damage your body if you have a little bit of it. It just basically means it's nutritionally inferior to real paneer. So it has lesser protein, lesser calcium, lesser vitamin B12, lesser vitamin D3 than real paneer. So many vegetarians have paneer because of the protein. But analog paneer has very, very little protein. So if you continuously have analog paneer regularly, then you may become more and more protein deficient. So that is a big challenge. And of course, it's not made with real milk. It's like made with palm oil. So
last question here. Why is all this happening? Is it because Indians don't care what they eat? Or Indians don't ask questions? Or is it that exploitation of people? I mean, like, one angle I find is exploitation, A lot of poor people in India will take a 5 rupee namkeen packet or 10 rupee crisps packet just to not be hungry, just to get through the day they don't have the time to look at what's behind what's in, what additives are there. Are these the people who are being taken for granted by big companies?
Can I come?
What do you think, Revant? What do you think, Sachin?
Definitely, I think it's a mix of 2-3 things. One factor is weaker regulations in India compared to the rest of the world, like Europe and US. That's number one. Number two is price sensitivity, that Indians are very price sensitive. So 10 rupee chips, the cost price of the 10 rupee chips is only 1 to 2 rupees. So in 1 to 2 rupees, it's very difficult to give very high quality food.
Yeah.
So then the third factor is just lack of consumer awareness as well, that, there is just no knowledge of what people are consuming. They're not turning around and reading the back of the pack. So it's like all of this combined is leading to this issue. But the number one is weaker regulation.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do a little wake-up call on this. We're going to track this more and hopefully get Tukaram Munde on our channel, because we're going to get the inside stories from him. I thank everyone. Sachin, Bejonda, Pradeep Chakrabarti, Revant and Asha Mirge, who are still there on the program. Viewers on the other side tonight, Donald Trump says Indian democracy is great. India's electoral system is great. He's been quoting India's Chief Election Commissioner. Now that's an absolute acute embarrassment for Rahul Gandhi, who was hoping to get support from America. Question is tonight, the nation wants to know, where will Rahul Baba go now? Even America has dumped him. Where will he go? The vote chori lie has been caught out yet again. America is praising India's electoral system. Hot political debate when we are back.
Playing a role or playing it real, I always lead. The new Brezza, now with Turbo Booster Jet, lead every play.
रंगीन रे, देखो कैसे भी हो दिन रंग 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 बना रहे, धूप में भी तेरा रंग बना रहेगा रहेगा रे, रंगा ढंगा अतरंगा, जो होना है वो तो होना ही है, रंगीले तू सदा मुस्कुरा, सदा 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 मुस्कुरा, रंग 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 रंगीन रे, देखो कैसे भी हो दिन रंग बना रहे, बोझे पेंट्स रंग बना रहे.
In the India Today Best Universities Survey, India's #1 ranked universities in various streams are JNU Delhi, Amity University, AIMS Delhi, IIT Delhi and National Law School Bengaluru.
पापा
सॉरी यार, गलती हो गई है.
ये चोट खर्चा वर्चा.
अरे लास्ट बॉल पे छक्का भी तुम्हारा.
छक्का
सब कैशलेस हो गया है. हाँ.
ला भाई मेरा बैट.
वो अभी तो ठीक हुआ तू.
जो डिस्चार्ज हुआ यार. बैट किसका है?
टाटा AIG है तो भरोसा है.
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो.
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार. विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी.
बेस्ट हरा बोर्ड दिखाना.
सबसे डिपेंडेबल सेंचुरी HDF प्रीमियम प्लस.
ट्रायल लूंगा.
श्योर.
वाटर रेजिस्टेंट
है,
स्ट्रॉन्ग
है. हाई डेंसिटी वुड फाइबर स्ट्रक्चर, एडवांस जर्मन एडहेसिव बॉन्डिंग, सॉलिड डिफेंस.
ट्रायल में पास.
सेंचुरी के 40 सालों का भरोसा, हरे बोर्ड का असली बॉस. सेंचुरी HDF प्रीमियम प्लस.
Playing a role or playing it real, I always lead. The new Brezza, now with Turbo Booster Jet, lead every play.
Quiet. You're very disrespectful in front of this young man. We can't go around and protect all of these countries, especially when they're not there to help us.
In the recent episode of Tantrums, U.S. President Donald Trump is openly frustrated with South Korea. the US president has scaled down joint military drills with Seoul as a clear pressure tactic.
South Korea has been protected by us for many, many years. And during my first term, they agreed to pay close to $3 billion a year for protection because we don't, they essentially weren't paying. And I asked them to do that at my request. I said, not right. They weren't happy about it, but they agreed. I asked for $10 billion, and they were very unhappy. But we agreed for a short term that it would be $3 billion, and next year it would go up, and the next year it would go up, so they start paying for their protection. When I called recently the president of South Korea, who I think he's very nice actually, but I called him, I said, would you like to give us a little hand? We don't need it.
The president was very clear, and what India does, having a voter ID law, is something that we should pass in the United States. You had over 660 million people vote, by the way, less than 1% by mail, so I think it's vitally important. Voter ID is important.
Playing a role or playing it real, I always lead. The new Brezza, now with Turbo Booster Jet, lead every play.
रंग रंगीन रे देखो कैसे भी हो दिन रंग 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 बना रहे धूप में भी तेरा रंग बना रहेगा रहेगा रे रंगा ढंगा अतरंगा जो होना है वो तो होना ही है रंगीले तू सदा मुस्कुरा सदा 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 मुस्कुरा रंग 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 रंगीन रे देखो कैसे भी हो दिन रंग बना रहे बोझे पेंट्स रंग बना रहे
पापा
सॉरी यार गलती हो गई है।
ये चोट खर्चा वर्चा
अरे लास्ट बॉल पे छक्का भी तुम्हारा
छक्का
सब कैशलेस हो गया है। हाँ
ओ ला भाई मेरा बैट
वो अभी तो ठीक हुआ तू
अभी तो डिस्चार्ज हुआ यार
बैट किसका है? टाटा AIG है तो भरोसा है।
I wake up wearing someone else again. Don't let it slip. I'm losing. I don't wanna be safe anymore. Underneath there's a
Finding myself. That's my moment of Sarah.
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी
बेस्ट हरा बोर्ड दिखाना सबसे डिपेंडेबल सेंचुरी HDF प्रीमियम प्लस
ट्रायल लूंगा
श्योर
वाटर रेजिस्टेंट
है
स्ट्रॉन्ग
है हाई डेंसिटी वुड फाइबर स्ट्रक्चर एडवांस जर्मन एडहेसिव बॉन्डिंग सॉलिड डिफेंस
ट्रायल में पास
सेंचुरी के 40 सालों का भरोसा हरे बोर्ड का असली बॉस सेंचुरी HDF प्रीमियम प्लस।
इतनी बुरी तरह से हारने के बाद कुछ तो टीम से सहम जाती ना भाई, उसमें भी बोले का लहजा वही है। क्या उन्होंने ही कमेंट किया जिनके बारे में मैं अब एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा हूं?
हिंदुस्तान के अंदर सिस्टम के अंदर इंस्टीट्यूशनल रिवोल्ट हो रहा है। तो आप सोचती हैं कि इलेक्शन कमीशन फुली कंट्रोल्ड है, वो 3 साल पहले फुली कंट्रोल्ड है। चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर के मैसेजेस मेरे पास आ रहे हैं, हेड ऑफ इंटेलिजेंस सिस्टम, सीनियर जुडिशरी, सारों के सारे रिवोल्ट।
Playing a role or playing it real, I always lead. The new Brezza, now with Turbo Booster Jet, lead every play.
हिंदुस्तान के अंदर सिस्टम के अंदर इंस्टीट्यूशनल रिवोल्ट हो रहा है। तो आप सोचती हैं कि इलेक्शन कमीशन फुली कंट्रोल्ड है, वो
बेस्ट हरा बोर्ड दिखाना सबसे डिपेंडेबल सेंचुरी HDF प्रीमियम प्लस
ट्रायल लूंगा
श्योर
वाटर रेजिस्टेंट
है
स्ट्रॉन्ग
है high density wood fiber structure, advanced German adhesive bonding, solid defense.
ट्रायल में पास।
सेंचुरी के 40 सालों का भरोसा, हरे बोर्ड का असली बॉस, सेंचुरी HDF प्रीमियम प्लस।
हिंदुस्तान के अंदर, सिस्टम के अंदर इंस्टीट्यूशनल रिवोल्ट हो रहा है। तो आप सोचती हैं कि इलेक्शन कमीशन फुली कंट्रोल्ड है। वो 3 साल पहले फुली कंट्रोल्ड है। चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर के मैसेजेस मेरे पास आ रहे हैं। हेड ऑफ इंटेलिजेंस सिस्टम, सीनियर जुडिशरी, सारों के सारे रिवोल्ट।
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
And ladies and gentlemen, the entire Samvidhan Khatre Mein Hai, Democracy is Dead in India brigade is just going through a severe myocardial infarction or intellectual cardiac arrest. Because their last hope, the government of the United States of America has let them down. Donald Trump, the president of the US, has lauded, applauded, and given a standing ovation to India's election commission and electoral system. He put out a tweet saying India's last election had 646 million voters, less than 1% votes by mail, and every single voter had to have a valid photo identity document. And he says this is brilliant. Why can't we do the same thing in the United States of America? We need to pass the Save America Act now. Ladies and gentlemen, those people, the crusaders of the Samvidhan Khatre Mein Hai group, have lost their words at this because now everything is over for them. They've lost the elections. They couldn't promote CJP, and now even America has let them down. The Democracy in Danger lobby, who batted for the vote chori misinformation campaign, ladies and gentlemen, when India is getting global applause, when Trump is saying this is the way election commission is to work, when the United States of America says, the government of the US says we must learn from India's electoral system, they have pin drop silence because Rahul Baba has got it all wrong. Remember, Rahul Baba is the same person who in March 2023 went and pleaded and fell at the feet of the Americans and the Brits saying, please intervene in our electoral system and help me become Prime Minister of India. Hear this.
The so-called defenders of democracy, which are the United States, European countries, seem to just be oblivious that a huge chunk of the democratic model has come undone, right? Which is a real problem.
You see, viewers, repeatedly Rahul Baba has had only one concern, that someone in the West must save his failing political career. So when anyone finds anything critical about India, he suddenly jumps up and starts celebrating. He said that the Indian economy is dead. There was a while when Donald Trump was trying to appear very tough with India, and he said India is a dead economy. Obviously, Donald Trump had no respect for facts when he did that. But the opportunist Rahul Baba had jumped at that too. And I want to remind him at that point of time about the kind of love and faith and respect he had for Trump, who has royally dumped him today. Hear this.
Everybody knows that the Indian economy is a dead economy. I'm glad that President Trump has stated a fact.
So, ladies and gentlemen, he said, I believe every word of what this President Trump says. Rahul Baba, you're going to be more frustrated today because your eternal leader, President Trump, who you quote at every instance, has said today, we need to learn in America from India's electoral system. But the fact is, ladies and gentlemen, the Congress party is a hypocritical party. Why is it in this terrible situation today? Because when it wins elections, they celebrate. They say, we have a lot of faith in the electoral system. You know, in 2025, they had a meeting and they said, the truth is that the election system in India is already dead. That was on 2nd August 2025. I'll show you some contrasts now. But on 4th June 2024, when they won Karnataka, Mallikarjun Kharge said, this is the victory of the people. This is the victory of democracy. So when they win, they say that it is the victory of the people. Now I'll show you contrast 2, hopefully with graphics this time. Contrast 2. On 20th April 2025 in Boston, USA, Rahul Gandhi said, it is very clear that the Election Commission is compromised. But in 2023, after they won the Telangana elections, he said, I'm very thankful to the electoral system and to the people of Karnataka. Third contrast, an example of hypocrisy. August 2025, Rahul Gandhi at a press conference threatened the Election Commission, saying, whoever in the Election Commission is involved, we will not spare you. We will find you. He made those Gabbar Singh comments. But he forgets that in June 2024, after winning Raebareli, he said, the people have voted against violence. The people have started the change, which obviously was an election carried out by the same Election Commission of India. Last example. In August 2025, Rahul Baba said, you will see the shockwave. It's literally like an atom bomb. Literally like an atom bomb, he had said. But after the Delhi elections, he said, we accept humbly the mandate of the people of Delhi, and I'm really grateful for the results. The point is this, the Congress, which has now been slapped hard by Rahul Gandhi, did not question our election commission when on 8th December 2022, they won Himachal Pradesh. On 13th May 2023, when they won Karnataka. On 3rd December 2023, when they had a big win in Telangana. On 25th November 2023, when they won Jharkhand. So this latest example of Donald Trump saying Indian democracy is great is only the most recent example of a huge embarrassment for Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi has lied. Ladies and gentlemen, the Congress party's lies should not stop you from feeling proud. We don't need Trump's endorsement. Let me tell you that very clearly. We do not need Trump's endorsement. But we need to feel proud because 64.2 crore voters cast their votes. That is 1.5 times the voters of all G7 countries combined. We need to feel proud because 30.2 crore women voters participated. This is the highest number of women voters in the world. We need to feel proud because 68,000 monitoring teams are involved. Because 4 lakh vehicles, 135 special trains, 1.5 crore polling and security personnel are involved in an election. Because 10,000 crore rupees got seized. And because Jammu and Kashmir recorded almost 60% voting, including 51% in the Kashmir Valley. That is why we need to feel proud. We do not need Trump's endorsement. It is just that I'm very happy that Rahul Gandhi has got embarrassed once again and someone has called him out. We need to restore the faith in our electoral system, which these dimagi Naxals are completely against. Let's debate.
A big blow to the Democracy in Danger Brigade.
The so-called defenders of democracy, which are the United States, European countries, seem to just be oblivious that a huge chunk of the democratic model has come undone, right? Which is a real problem.
A setback for the vote chori conspiracy theorists.
नरेंद्र मोदी और अमित शाह ये चाहते हैं कि इलेक्शन कमीशन के खिलाफ कोई कार्रवाई नहीं कर पाए, क्योंकि इलेक्शन कमीशन उनकी मदद कर रहा है, उनके साथ वोट चोरी कर रहा है।
हम तो कह रहे हैं ले जाओ, कल ले जाते हो आज ले जाओ, अगली फ्लाइट से हम ईवीएम भी भिजवा देंगे, वहां एसआईआर भी कराओ, टू सर्व विथ लव, एसआईआर कराओ, फिर डोनाल्ड ट्रम्प लाइन में लगे रहेंगे अपने कागज लेके, मेरे पिताजी यहाँ के थे, मेरे माताजी वहां की थी, पिछला वोट वहां दिया था, ले जाए, हम तो चाहते हैं ले जाए।
The United States has openly praised the Indian election system, with President Trump holding it as a model for the US to follow. His comments were echoed by US Ambassador to India, Sergio Gore.
The president was very clear, and what India does, having a voter ID law, is something that we should pass in the United States. You had over 660 million people vote, by the way, less than 1% by mail, so I think it's vitally important. Voter ID is important.
The naysayers, doubting Thomases, are having to face the reality of the situation.
भारत के चुनाव आयोग के चुनाव के कंडक्ट को लेकर दुनिया में बहुत लोग आग्रह करते हैं कि हमें बताइए। मैं जानता हूं, एज ए पूर्व कानून मंत्री, डेलीगेशन बहुत जगह जाता है, लोग आते हैं, तो अच्छी बात है।
The credibility and the robustness of the India's election machinery has been recognized worldwide.
इन टिप्पणियों पर मेरी कोई खास राय नहीं है। हालांकि मैं जरूर कह सकता हूं कि भारत की चुनावी प्रणाली की विश्वसनीयता और मजबूती एक स्थापित तथ्य है जिससे पूरी दुनिया अवगत है।
Earlier, even the world's richest man, Elon Musk, praised the robustness of the Indian election system. So the question now is, has Rahul lost his final excuse? And where will the vote chori brigade turn to next?
I want to start by saying please change the hashtag. It's not victory for Bharat because Trump has said so. Change the hashtag, please. Okay. Shehzad Poonawala.
Loser Rahul. Even Rahul has been dumped by his master Trump.
It should be Trump dumps Rahul.
Yeah, it could be.
It should be Trump dumps Rahul.
Trump dumped Rahul.
No, Trump dumps because it's present continuous.
Yeah.
Shehzad Poonawala is being introduced today as the till recently BJP spokesperson who has sent 2 resignation letters, but says it's the most mysterious resignation. I don't know what's going on, Mr. Komar Reddy, because he keeps saying I'm quitting. There's no official statement from the BJP that he's quit. And he says that I want to do my own thing, but I want to be loyal to Mr. Modi, the BJP, and therefore he's on tonight. I don't know what we'll do, a separate chat.
Well, you know, if I'm loyal to Bharat, I'm loyal to Modi ji. I think that's better than being loyal to some anti-national Soros. It's better than being loyal to some forces that want to break this country. And I know Priyanka is itching to react to that.
Yeah. Are you mentioning, did you call her
I'm saying that the moment I speak about Uncle Soros, about anti-national forces, won't Priyanka...
They don't take money from Soros. Do they take money from Soros?
Then Pankaj will be itching to react.
Why should Pankaj respond?
Because he's from the Congress and Congress is anti-national. Did they stand up for... Did they sing the Vande Mataram?
No,
Sonia Gandhi said, stop it. Don't play the Vande Mataram.
Why are you mimicking her accent?
I didn't mimic her accent. Isn't that... you thought I mimicked?
That sounds like a strong Italian accent.
No, the Jairam said that she was asking for a chair. But chair is CHAIR. It's not STOP.
Okay, now can I start? Okay, the thing is, Priyanka, you were hoping for support from the Americans. And there is no harm in expecting support from the Americans. The Americans are saying that India's electoral system is astounding because every voter has to have a valid photo identity document. But you say that SIR is implemented, identity cards are being asked for, people are being able to asked to prove their identity. But the Americans think that because people are asked to prove their identity, that's what makes India's electoral system outstandingly robust. Right? First of all, you got your arms crossed today. That means you're in a defensive mood today.
Yeah. She doesn't like India being praised. She doesn't like Priyanka. Aam Aadmi Party doesn't like
Priyanka, do you believe that this Trump statement is a reflection of the reality and the last nail in the coffin of the democracy in danger brigade?
Good evening to you, Arnab, and to all your viewers. Arnab, of all the things that I hate about BJP, the worst is that they succumb to US pressure and they're now sucking up to US saying something to us. And I don't like the fact that Trump declared the ceasefire between us and Pakistan. I do not like the fact that Trump imposed a cotton duty on our farmers. And asked our PM to evade all cotton duty on imports from US. All of that besides. Now you have to please understand one thing, that the midterms are slated to be held in US in November of 2026. And Epstein files is a very big issue in US. Also, Trump's popularity is an all-time low compared to any other president in the US has ever had. Because of this war that they started with Iran also, people find it unnecessary there. So Trump is definitely losing. Also the fact that he has ostracized his own loyalists, the major one being Tucker Carlson or Elon Musk or Marjorie Greene and a few others. So Trump is losing for sure the midterm.
Are you saying
now,
that?
How does he save himself?
Are you saying that Western endorsement is not required? Is that the point that you're broadly making?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
May I ask you?
We don't need it.
Okay,
we don't need it.
Then may I ask you, in right earnest, and if you don't mind, please don't jump and ask the next question. Then may I ask you why Yogendra Yadav's sister-in-law Mukulika Banerjee stands outside the London School of Economics as part of an SFI protest in which, lo and behold, Greta Thunberg also comes out and says that Modi government is very bad. If you don't need Western endorsement, then you don't need to go around having tukre rallies in London. So you got to be very clear about here. Do you need Western endorsement or not need Western endorsement? Because you can't be hypocritical about it, right? You can't be hypocritical about it.
No. We don't need it. And
we don't need it. Why does Rahul Gandhi? Then why does Rahul Gandhi? Then what?
That Trump.
No. One minute. If that is the case,
I don't like the man at all.
If that is the case, from Cambridge to London to Boston to Columbia, for years and years and years, one man called Rahul Baba has stood before all foreign audiences and said, "Oh, Indian democracy is dead. Indian democracy is captured." And his guru says now it will be dealt with on the streets and not in parliament. Pankaj, you are desperate for foreign endorsement. And today, Trump has dumped you. Because Trump says the election system in India is fantastic. You said Trump is the last word. Trump says Indian economy is dead. And you lapped it up.
Yes, Trump has been the last word for many years.
For the Congress Party, Trump has been the last word? You said Trump has been the last word for many years for the Congress Party?
See, I know that you are not that wise, that you do not understand the hidden intention of Trump behind praising India's election procedure. It's not a blow on democracy in danger brigade in India. Trump's plan is to give a blow to democracy in USA using our election system. Trump's UN cry to pass Save America Act is actually a hump. He is praising Indian election system because he wants to implement the tricks of eliminating voters from the voting lists in this country. Trump has to face a midterm in the first week of November this year.
Trump is not praising the Modi government. One minute. Just to be fair. Pankaj, Trump is...
64% people are disapproving you. You have to play some game.
Pankaj.
Federation for Election Commission of India is not for holding free and fair elections. Emphasis on issuing voters' ID for US citizens. Please do not furnish Trump's ugly, shabby intentions of burglary into United States election machinery as a glorification of India's election system.
Pankaj, you can't be a hypocrite to this extent. Because it was your party, Mr. Kobareddy will prove me right here, everybody knows about it. It was your party that went around with a megaphone saying Trump has said that the Indian economy is dead. I heard Rahul Gandhi say that in the floor of Parliament, just on the gates of Parliament, and he was celebrating that was a word used by Donald Trump. If he believed Trump then, why doesn't he believe Trump now? Mr. Kobareddy, let's open up the debate. I'll keep it hot going tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
If I can just
one. Let me get to Mr. Kobareddy and back to you after that. Yeah, Mr. Kobareddy.
Arnab, you are absolutely right. When Trump criticizes India on something, these people celebrate. And today, it should be a big slap on the face on all this vote chori gang led by Rahul Gandhi, and your hashtag is perfectly correct. Trump dumps Rahul today. And the other thing is, Arnab, I would like to say very categorically that, we don't need any new validation from Donald Trump. India is the mother of democracy and our systems stand on their own merit. But when the world's largest superpower cite 646 million voter execution as a global benchmark, it is time for us all of us to be happy, to be proud of. See, India conducts the world's largest...
Implementing an election structure and process that has taken shape in India in Narendra Bhai Modi's era. Trump recognizes the benefits of installing a similar apparatus for himself.
Now, wait a second.
That is why
Wait a second. Learn how to be proud of the country. India conducts the world's largest electoral exercise. And you should be proud of that. You should be proud of the fact that even for one single voter in Gujarat, in Gir, in a dense forest, for one single voter, you set up a polling station for him to come and vote. Mahant Haridas Ji, for every election is one single voter and there is a polling station set up. India has the world's highest polling station in Himachal Pradesh at 15,556 feet. Nowhere in the world does any country has a polling station at 15,556 feet.
Everyone knows this, but Trump wants to cause that so that voter suppression can become easy. He is creating a false narrative that huge numbers of non-citizen voters in federal and state elections.
The opposition strategy is very simple. Whenever they win the election, they praise the democracy. When they lose the election, they blame the machinery, blame the election commission. You are all hypocrites. You are examples of heights of hypocrisy. When Satishan wins in Kerala, the people are behind us. Revant Reddy wins Telangana. Democracy is one.
Example of Indian election
system. In Himachal Pradesh, EVMs are the best voting machines. But when you lose, you blame the election commission. You are examples of heights of hypocrisy. It's a shame on you. Trump's statement is today a big egg on your faces. It's a slap on your face. It's a big egg on your face today. You should be ashamed.
Let's open this up again. Let's open this up again. It's an excellent opportunity out here, Edgia, for you to concede defeat. See, you've been part of a global campaign here to discredit Indian democracy. We have Shehzad here right before you.
If I can just come in for 20 seconds.
No, you can make your point to Edgia.
Yeah, let me make my point.
Make your point to Edgia.
First of all, these are
two windows.
Bunch of people who said Atishi, quote her, Trump's account was quoted by her on Sindoor ceasefire, even though the army said, and even though the Indian government said that in Sindoor we did not have any ceasefire or any third party saying anything. But Atishi quoted whose account? Trump's account. When we made our two Atmanirbhar vaccines, Covin and the other vaccine, which was done by Covishield, by Serum Institute, that time Mr. Arvind Kejriwal became the sponsor and agent of Moderna and Pfizer, both American vaccines. Thereafter, the USCIRF reports showing that India is a communal place was quoted hugely by the Congress and Aam Aadmi Party leaders, even though Tahir Hussain was behind the Delhi 20 riots. Then when Operation Sindoor was successful in demolishing Pakistan, Rahul Gandhi said Operation Sindoor is a failure because Trump intervened. Then Mr. Trump was quoted as right and correct when the economy is dead, quote unquote, Rahul Gandhi. And the same Rahul Gandhi has been quoting in American soil that India's democracy is dead. And therefore, Rahul Gandhi has been a stooge of Soros. He has been quoting the Americans. And today, when those who have been quoting out of the Americans like it was a gospel, when they have quoted and said that the Indian election system is good, suddenly they don't want to. Then why did you quote the Americans on Sindoor? Why did you quote the Americans on vaccines? Why did you say that the Americans were right on economy is dead? You have no answer. You only want to run down it. And damn Trump's claims on Indian economy or on Indian election system. We don't care about his endorsement. But 10 seconds more. When the Supreme Court said SIR was right, when the Supreme Court said EVMs are right, you know they're pechkas man. Saurabh Bharadwaj was saying EVMs are fake. Fraud. This party said SIR is a fraud. Now, Miss Priyanka, please tell me that you are quoting Americans like they were gospel. If you have the courage of conviction, say that we were wrong. When we quoted the Americans and said that Sindoor ka ceasefire hua, say it you were wrong.
Okay, now ladies and gentlemen, I just want to make a point here that we got some news that Satinder Jain has been arrested again, Aam Aadmi Party leader, in a corruption case. I'll get more details and run it. See, there is no harm in accepting, in my view, Priyanka and Ejia, that you wanted Western endorsement. That all you guys have wanted is to magnify a narrative globally that you are not losing elections because people distrust you or they're not voting for you, but because you say that you do not have a level playing field. Okay? Now, if at least let's start by acknowledging that today. You and Congress are fighting for the same American endorsement. Earlier the Americans would endorse you. There was a period when the Americans were endorsing AAP. Then they got fed up of you and they moved back to the Congress party. And there has been significant support for the Aam Aadmi party from America. You know that, Priyanka, which has dried up over the years. So why don't you begin by saying, yes, we wanted American endorsement and now we are not getting it anymore. At least be honest about it. Don't deny that you and the Congress wanted the endorsement from Chatham House in London, from centers in the United States of America, because you wanted the Western elites to believe that the BJP was not winning elections fairly. And therefore, this is a hammer blow for you, Priyanka.
Now,
this is a body blow for you, Priyanka. And you are looking distraught because you know it's true.
Two things, Arnab.
No, but because you know it's true. You wanted, tell me, did you not?
Can see that you are jumping with joy. No, Arnab, everyone can see that you are jumping with joy with this American.
I am absolutely jumping with joy
here today.
That the United States of America has been compelled to consider the Election Commission of India as the gold standard.
PM could not. Our PM had to read 3 parchis sitting there with a bent spine, could not question on America killing our navikas. You have no problem with any of that. It is absolutely shameful that today you are endorsing Trump.
I think Priyanka, I don't know which augmented reality platform that you are on. But I can only tell you, I saw the Prime Minister of India sit face to face with Donald Trump, and tell him that you do not touch a single Indian sailor in the high seas. Did you close your eyes and refuse to listen then?
What will you do after Trump loses in November? And here Shehzad is sitting, इनको बीजेपी नहीं पूछती, तो मैं इनके लिए कोई आंसर नहीं मेरे पास इनके लिए.
You're not answering my question.
Know this.
Did you not want foreign endorsement?
You have to understand this.
Can't answer the question.
50-50 buses.
Of course not. Why will we want it? What kind of silly question is that?
I'm an Aam Aadmi today. Arnab, I'm an Aam Aadmi. But Priyanka can't answer a question of an Aam Aadmi.
बीजेपी प्रवक्ता जो अब राजनीतिक विशेषज्ञ बन के पैसे कमाने के लिए बैठा है, tell him not to interrupt me. Tell him not to interrupt me. Tell him
I am asking only one question.
कमाने के लिए राजनीतिक विशेषज्ञ बन के बैठे. Good luck to you. I hope your financial situation improves. But please don't interrupt when I'm speaking. Have some shame. At least now have some shame. You've left the BJP.
Do you have any recommendations
to thrown you out, so कम से कम
situation like Sharab Ghotala?
No party wants you. You can only be a राजनीतिक विशेषज्ञ and earn money. That's all that you can do. Sit here. जितना बीजेपी का आपको करना है लिख करिए, कुछ नहीं होने वाला.
आप मुझे बता दो कि why are you on the payrolls of
आप छोड़िए, आप आर्म ट्विस्ट करिए, आप करिए कि इनकम टैक्स का एक दिन वीडियो बनाइए, फिर अगले दिन कहिए बीजेपी को मैं वापस आ जाऊंगा, मुझे ले लो, बर्तन मत मंजवाना. Don't do that. Okay, BJP is thrown you out, please. You should have some shame. And if you are an honest person, you will say it was horrible of our PM to stay quiet when Trump announced a ceasefire. Say it.
Please.
Say it if you're an honest person.
Priyanka,
say
I understand it's a tough
How come it did not pain you then?
Louder. Priyanka, louder. 1 minute.
When Trump said that India is a hellhole. Say it.
Okay. Now
say it ना, शर्म है थोड़ी सी.
I'll say it.
Arnab, now give me the opportunity.
Look at her and say.
I heard her.
बोलो कि गलत था, ट्रंप ने ceasefire किया और प्रधानमंत्री मोदी चुप रहे.
You guys have a little personal fight going on.
बैठे रहे आगे, बोलो ये गलत था.
Let me say, audiences are watching. People have tuned in. Please, I request you, Arnab. Now,
one minute.
Enough of our dramatics. Let me now.
Dramatics? You think she's being dramatic?
I request you, Arnab. I'm sitting in the studio. I have all the advantage. Only let me speak when Priyanka speaks. Only I can interrupt. Please, Arnab, save me now. I'm sitting in the studio. Even then, I'm not able to speak.
I signed up.
Please, Arnab. Now you will say that ceasefire, declaration of ceasefire by Trump was incorrect. And our PM was incorrect to accept it.
Okay.
Say this, that our PM was incorrect to keep his gob shut. Bolo, Deshbhakt ho to bolo.
Okay, now why are you getting so worked up about it, Priyanka? You know,
Arnab, it's my
why are you getting so worked up about it?
Arnab, people are watching this debate. They want me to
I want Ajia to come in. I want Ajia to also come in.
Let me come to speak.
I want Ajia to come in. Yes, after you. Yeah. My point is this.
Let me answer now. Why are you making me?
My point is I ask you a question because you can't have a unilateral statement. Go on, 1 minute. I want to understand your position.
Yeah.
Do you agree with Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Let me flip it for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So I understand that Shehzad Poonawalla agrees with Donald Trump when he says, what a wonderful electoral system India has, but disagrees with Donald Trump when he says the Indian economy is dead.
Now
Is it therefore a principle of convenience for you?
Okay. Now let me answer it like you allowed.
I hope you answer it.
Yeah.
You don't make a...
I care.
Did you believe Donald Trump then?
I care.
Did you believe... No. Did you...
No, I didn't. No, Arnab.
Did you believe Donald Trump then?
No and no.
Do you believe him now?
Can I speak now?
No and no.
So why don't...
Now let me explain.
You don't believe Donald Trump when he says that the Indian electoral system is great?
I'll tell you why.
You don't believe
I don't care
you
a rat's ass for his endorsement.
You don't know.
I don't care a rat's ass.
No, but do you?
I don't. No, Arnab, let me speak. You gave Priyanka such a long rope.
No, 1 minute.
People of my audiences are watching.
You're not answering my audiences are also watching and they're asking you this. That Shehzad. You
have to let me speak.
Yeah, but 1 minute. Ajay, let me deal with. Do you believe that Donald Trump can be taken seriously?
Yes.
No.
Then we don't need to take his statement that India's electoral system is great seriously.
Baba, please don't.
We don't need to take his statement seriously.
No, let me answer. If you give me 20 seconds, you gave it 3 minutes. I know Aam Aadmi Party.
You cornered with my question.
No, I don't care. I'm not cornered at all. I'm just frustrated that you called me. I came to your show and you're not letting me.
But there's Ajia who hasn't spoken a word.
But now
you can ask a counter question to Ajia. Ajia, listen to Shehzad. He's asking you something, then you respond. I'm keeping the debate balanced.
Now can I speak?
Yes. Yeah, you can.
Why?
Okay. She wants to say something to you. You are on the debate. But she's not spoken till now. It's not unfair. It's unfair to her if I don't let her in. After that, I will let you in.
Are you scared that
I will let you in after that. I will let you in. But it's not fair that I do not let the RJD spokesperson even once.
Are you scared that I'll expose Priyanka?
I think you're trying to take advantage of the studio presence.
You are only allowing BJP spokesperson.
Whatever fight is going on between you and Priyanka is between you.
Now let me answer, please.
Ajia wants to make a starting comment. Ajia, it's 9:33 is making a starting comment to you. Ajia. Ajia, 1 minute. After that to you. Yeah, Ajia.
People are going to really troll you, Arnab, for not letting
Nobody trolls me. Even if they troll, I'm not on social media.
No, I'm telling you, people are going to troll you.
Please ask the BJP to keep quiet.
I'm not from the BJP.
He's ex-BJP now.
Ask the BJP to keep quiet.
You're not updated. You just like your Lalten leader, you're not updated.
Why?
You're not updated with, just like your Lalten leader is not updated from 9th standard. So you're not updated, Ajia. Now let me speak.
No, 1 minute. She has to be allowed to speak.
But you have to let me.
Yeah, I will after that. Stop trying to
interrupt me.
Ajia, please. Ajia, I won't.
BJP Pravakta.
Ex-BJP Pravakta.
First, please discipline your debate, Arnab. You are only allowing BJP to talk and you have not given me a single chance.
BJP is not there.
You tell me one thing.
There is no BJP on the panel. She's factually wrong.
Okay, he's ex-BJP, Ajay. He's ex-BJP.
There's no
All right. Let me speak now.
Yeah, go on.
Okay. Let me speak now, Arnab.
Yes.
But before I come to the point, let me tell you, you have constantly been saying Rahul Baba, as if you are into politics. You are an anchor, and if you say Rahul Baba, you should with the same ease say Feku Prime Minister, Vishwa Guru Prime Minister, non-biological Prime Minister. But then it's biased. You are trying to demean Rahul Gandhi by saying Rahul Baba continuously. So first of all, I don't find this very good. You sit on the anchor's chair and you should be neutral. Anyway, as far as this Trump episode is concerned,
I'm not neutral. I don't believe in fake neutrality.
Why?
Because I can't be neutral between India and Pakistan. Can you be neutral between India and Pakistan?
One side,
can you be neutral between India and Pakistan? There are people in my country. One minute. Do you agree with the full form with the Congress decision not to play the entire Vande Mataram, our national song, and to question it? You agree with that?
Sonia Gandhi said stop.
Okay, now
you want me to be neutral on that? I will not be neutral on that.
Entire country. Let me speak, Arnab, and be quiet.
Okay, you don't be neutral, then let me talk about the FACO Prime Minister and the non-biological Prime Minister. The way he has conducted the electoral system in India, the entire country, they believe and they are convinced that it was because of the deletion that BJP got vote. So it's probably Trump is now scared. His election is just next year, and he wants to believe in the policy of deletion of those voters who are not going to vote for him, as it happened in India. This non-biological Prime Minister has manipulated, has spent crores, has managed to capture all organizations and has managed to make all organizations work for him, and this is something which has been criticized in India. Maybe Trump is on the verge of losing elections, so he wants to copy the system that is being, the electoral system in India, where names could be deleted. As simple as that.
Thank you. Now let me respond. She's completed. Now, Arnab, please, 20 seconds, please. Now,
I'm opening up to calls. Can I at least say that?
But please,
viewers, we'll have calls from Lucknow, Belgavi, everywhere across the country holding right now. This is a hot debate on Trump saying India's electoral system is magnificent. Yes, please go on. Please don't be so restless. What's happened to you after you've left the BJP?
Okay. Now, Arnab.
You were bad when you were BJP, you got worse now.
Arnab, first of all, the Prime Minister doesn't run the Election Commission, and the Supreme Court has testified. Unless you don't have faith in Supreme Court, these are the Samvidhan Bachao gang. The Supreme Court hailed SIR. The Supreme Court hailed EVMs. The Supreme Court went into SIR in Bihar and said not a single vote was deleted wrongly, and Yogendra Yadav with his gamcha could not prove one vote which was done wrongly deleted. Point one. Point two, that Priyanka Kakkad, who takes money from Ford Foundation, whose party has taken. Now, please, Arnab, this is not.
You interrupt also all the time.
No, Arnab, this
you interrupt all the time.
The moment I expose Priyanka, you start defending.
But you've got a very, you become very short-tempered now.
No, because you've not been fair to me, and people are tweeting it anyways. I don't want to get into that. Arnab, I just have one question.
She's being aggressive with you. She's taking one.
I don't need.
You don't like counter-aggression?
I am not going to get deviated. I'm going to make my point.
That's your problem.
Arnab, 20 seconds more. Arnab, and I see that Priyanka has run away.
Priyanka's not run. She had an agreement to be here till 9:30.
Yeah. No, she's run away.
No, she's not run away. No,
that's why you're defending her. Anyways, now Priyanka Kakkad, whose party leader, looks at the tweet of Donald Trump and says Sindoor ceasefire was done by Trump. Priyanka Kakkad, whose leader looks at Trump's tweet and says Moderna and Pfizer vaccines are great, suddenly does not want to look at Trump's endorsement on the Election Commission. I take a position that Trump was wrong on Sindoor, and I don't care about Trump's endorsement about Election Commission. My Election Commission doesn't need his endorsement. But Priyanka Kakkad has left the debate. Don't believe she had a commitment till 9:30. She has scampered. The word is SCAMPER.
Personal thing going there. You got fight with.
She ran away because if I would have asked her, has now said Election Commission is good, she can't take a position on that. She can't call Donald Trump names, so she ran away.
You yourself have proclaimed and you accept that you are not neutral, which meant that you are not going to allow.
Only after Ajay, is only after now. Ajay, may I ask you a question? May I ask you a question? One simple question. Was Trump right on Operation Sindoor ceasefire, or do you believe the Indian Armed Forces? Was Trump right that he brokered a ceasefire, or was the ceasefire brokered and done at the terms of the Indian Armed Forces? Take a position. देखा ये प्रियंका भी भाग जाती है सवाल पे, इसीलिए भाग गई वो.
Okay. Trump has always been dictating the FACO Prime Minister. This non-biological Prime Minister has always bowed down before.
So is Trump correct on Election Commission today? Is Trump correct on Election Commission today?
And now,
is he correct?
Okay, he can take the Election Commission. Probably if he feels that he's going to lose the elections, he wants deletion to be done. He wants addition to be done as per his choice. So he doesn't know.
Did the Supreme Court say wrongful deletions were made? Did the Supreme Court say wrongful deletions were made? Why are you allergic to facts? Did the Supreme Court say Bihar had wrongful deletions? Yes or no?
Excuse me?
Did the Supreme Court say that in the SIR in Bihar, there were wrongful deletions? In fact, it said there was too much of allegations, not enough proof. Can you show me 5 cases you proved that wrongful deletions were done? 5?
There were
5. I just asked for 5.
I think you were not watching the television, the mainstream television, not the social media, where we showed people they said were dead, they were actually alive.
Supreme Court.
In the constituency of Raghupur, in Mohitinagar, in many constituencies,
Supreme Court.
the SIR, I'm talking about the SIR, they declared people dead who were alive.
Did you give this in Supreme Court?
Ejia, may I come in for a minute? Ejia, may I come in for a minute? Just 1 minute. Ejia, listen.
Honorable Pradhan Mantri has to win the election.
You guys, Ejia, listen.
He has to
all right, thank you very much. Ejia, I'll give you,
according to his whims and fancies. This is not democracy, and if we say that democracy is
why
dying,
answer in such a long way when I can answer that question in 10 seconds? Ejia. October 23rd, 2024.
Yes.
Results, listen to me. October 23rd, 2024. Nikhil Khatri, please listen to this. It was a very important day because results were announced for Maharashtra and Jharkhand. Okay? In Jharkhand, you won. And you said the Election Commission has done a great job. We happily accept the mandate. In Maharashtra, you lost. And Rahul Gandhi said this is inexplicable, something is wrong, Election Commission.
Let me answer this.
No, I want to understand same day 2 results come out. Maharashtra, you lose, you say Election Commission is bad. Jharkhand, you win and you say Election Commission is great. Same Election Commission, same EVM, same electoral rolls, same day, same results, but different results. Where you win, you say EC is great.
Yes.
Where you lose, you say संविधान खतरे में है.
Okay.
No, okay is not an answer. Explain your hypocrisy.
Let me answer. If you, until and unless you stop, how can I speak, Arnab?
I've stopped.
Shall I speak now?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, now let me speak. Let me answer to this query or this question of yours.
Hello, Arnab ji.
Whenever the margin is too wide,
Are you asking from me?
how much ever manipulation the BJP government does, they are defeated. But sometimes the margin is not too wide and all the manipulation works.
What was the
EVM
margin in
started
Bihar?
by Japan, but Japan is not using
What
the
was the
EVM.
margin in Bihar?
What was the margin in Karnataka in 2023? What was the margin in Telangana in December 2023? What was the margin in Himachal in December 2022? Not one word against the Election Commission. You are cornered tonight, Ejia. You're not being able to debate with me. People are saying you're not being able to debate with me tonight.
Misusing is managing and manipulation. But whenever the margin is too vast, they are defeated. And if the margin is not too huge, not too wide, of course they manage and they win. So what's the big deal?
It is a big deal.
I mean,
Patabi
of
is
course,
on the
it's
debate.
sorry for democracy, but that is the truth. What happened in Bankipur?
Sanjay calling from Lucknow. Sanjay?
Without using too much of
Sanjay? Nikhil Khatri can take your question. He's from the Samajwadi Party. Shoot, Sanjay. Go ahead.
Arnab, good evening.
Good evening.
So, there's a very series of the shameful acts done by the Congress after Meloni, then the half recital of the Vande Mataram, and again US endorsed our electoral system and the management. So there's no point of the question to ask the Congress person. My question is the red tape Dunning's SP, because they are partnered with the Congress to just contest in the UP. So don't they think that this will dent their trust, especially in the public, because the larger portion of the people, they are expecting that the leader like Rahul Gandhi, they should speak respectfully and they show some nationalistic approach. So I think SP spokesperson to reply this, there is a vast gap between their political respect and what they are expecting from the people.
Nikhil?
First of all, you should ask the question that what Modi ji wants partnership in the US. What he wants from his dear friend, because US is always a fake friend, but by going with your words, the India bloc is always one. We are united. But if you talk about the NDA bloc, there are many political differences in amongst them, because they are the people who are just misleading the nation, who are the people who are just misjudging our election commission. And on talking on the election commission just mandated to put up a fair, timely elections. But what the election commission is doing? The election commission is just ridiculizing or just vandalizing our...
Sir, 1 minute. Nikhil, listen. Nikhil, listen. The photo ID verification process, Pankaj, that Donald Trump has applauded. This whole process was first introduced in 1993 during the tenure of TN Session. It is issued under the Representation of People's Act. It has been operational for a very long time. You people, Pankaj, don't like it now because you are losers. Or rather because you are losing. You liked it when the system was operating when you were winning. Explain that. It's the very same system. The presence of the voter's name in the electoral roll remains a prerequisite from 1993 to now. You people are going around and saying it's unfair. Why did you not complain for the last 34 years?
And do you know who suggested epic cards?
Why did the epic cards?
You know who suggested it? Mamta Banerjee.
TN Session, 1993.
No, TN Session implemented it. Mamta Banerjee was the strongest proponent. Mr. Samajwadi.
EVMs are never...
Mamta Banerjee and TMC was the
Pankaj, reply. Ajay, reply.
Photo ID, voter cards.
Mishappenings. Then what were the allegations in the SIR? The whole nation was just...
The point is,
on the SIR.
The point is, Pankaj, America wants what India already has. Pankaj is speaking. America wants what India has. America wants a Save American Voter Eligibility Act, which is a Save America Act, which requires documentary proof so that migrants, the American equivalent of, these Rohingyas, are not allowed to vote. In America, America does not want Rohingyas. You want the Rohingyas. You want the Bangladeshis.
Yes, Trump wants what India has. He has learned that Election Commission of India has a very robust mechanism for holding successful elections. Trump wants some tips. How a strict matching of documents can disfranchise millions of eligible citizens, such as low-income individuals in US who cannot even afford passports, or married women whose current last name do not match their birth certificates. Because the US Constitution gives the states primary control over administering elections, Trump had to make attempts to implement these rules via executive orders.
America wants a system where legit... Ajay, listen to me. Ajay, America wants a system where ID criteria is introduced. Right now in America, it relies on self-attestations by the voters. Ganesh Kumar, when he went to America, told the Americans, your system is wrong. They have realized it's wrong. They are correcting their system to make it up to date with us. But we want to go back 50 years. Ajay, you are looking bad. Don't take India's electoral system. Don't reverse it by 50 years, Ajay. That's a crime against democracy.
They can go back to booth capturing. They like booth capturing.
Okay, Arnab. The BJP government is always committing crime against democracy. Day by day, democracy is dying. Whatever Trump sees, the reality is that in India, the Indian electoral system is facing a lot of criticism, and of course, people believe this. It's not as if it's just for criticism.
Where? Criticism where?
How SIR worked.
By Greta Thunberg.
We saw alive people being dead. We saw so many names were deleted. We know so many people whose names were deleted who could not vote. So what is so great about the Indian electoral system when the entire opposition, apart from the opposition, when so many people are talking against it, I mean, we should try to improve our electoral system. When BJP and when Narendra Modi are so convinced that we are going to win the election, they have got the public support, why do they enter into manipulation?
Arnab, something very egregious has happened and it should not happen on Republic.
Why do they...
Any other channel it can fly, not on your channel. Let me have a 10-second say. She said voters have been deleted illegally. And Arnab, I think that given the platform of Republic, I think she should prove where in the Supreme Court have they proven this. Can I not demand this on Republic? Republic literally is what our constitution embodies. Republic pe bola ja raha hai ki voters' names got deleted illegally. I challenge Ajay and I request Arnab that you extend the debate, because your debates are watched till 11 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock in the morning. Please extend it for 1 or 2 hours. If Ajay can prove that the Supreme Court said 5 names were deleted illegally, I will apologize. And if she can't, then she should apologize. I think it's a fair ask. This is not chara chori debate, that you do chara ka chori, fact ka chori.
Ajay, 5 names, please.
5 names. Supreme Court endorsed.
Chanda ka chori, The recent one, Chanda Chori, have you forgotten?
पहले आप बताओ 5 नाम.
Remember the recent one, Chanda Chori.
चोरी. Fact 5 नाम बता दो. Supreme Court endorsed. 5.
Don't divert the issue. Don't divert.
You just said.
There are many names. And
5, only 5.
And please, if you talk about Chara Chor, I think so. Chanda Chor just happened.
5 names. 5.
I mean, you should talk about Chanda Chor more because that is what has happened.
Ejia ji, 5 names. 5 names. You take my time. You give me 5 names which Supreme Court has said. हाँ बिहार में इनका वोट चोरी हुआ. 5 names. It must be some, you have said Muslims' votes have got deleted, so give me the names.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I've run short of time right now. It's 9:51 p.m. I know it's a rhetorical point made out there, but as I said, be proud out here. Around the world, we knew Bhutan, Namibia, all replicating India's system. America wants to replicate India's system. Indonesia, which is the world's 3rd largest democracy, has adopted India's EVMs in July 2026. Ladies and gentlemen, when the world is taking us as an example to emulate, can the Democracy in Danger Brigade in India, the perennial Dimagi Naxals, please sit down. Sit down, Dimagi Naxals, sit down. Take a break. And I'll see you tomorrow. Good night and goodbye.
Playing a role or playing it real, I always lead. The new Brezza, now with Turbo Booster Jet, lead every play.